So we're going to be taking a look at how Formal plays COD, and he's a professional Call of Duty player. He currently plays for the Huntsman, and he is a top tier assault rifle player. Not to say he can't use other weapons, but he is a top tier assault rifle player. And this is specifically how they play public matches, not necessarily how they play competitive wager matches, which are completely different. If you guys would be interested in having me to break those types of things down, let me know down in the comment section below. Or if you'd like to see another pro player, go ahead and make sure you comment that down below so I can go ahead and try and get the footage and we can break that down for a public match. So we'll go ahead and jump into it. If you guys do enjoy the video, let me know by hitting that like button. If you're brand new to the channel, haven't yet subscribed, you're part of that 85% that continues coming back to the videos. Probably hit that subscribe button before you click away. And just a heads up, my G Fuel code is currently 30% off from the 16th through the 20th. So if you want to get the brand new Carnage Shaker, you can go ahead and go for that. If you want to get a starter pack, it's fairly affordable. You can get a ton of flavors. Or if you're looking to go for a tub, it has 40 servings. If you already know the flavor you'll want, that code will be bumped up from that 10% up to 30% for the next 5 days. So go ahead and try and take advantage of that. If you're a first-time user or you just need to restock, the link to the site is in the description. So one thing that Formal does a lot of times when he streams on Twitch, his channel is going to be linked in the description because I know probably people are going to want to watch him live, is he normally listens to music. So that's why I have some background noise to kind of filter that out. And then on top of that, he does a lot of what are called kill challenges, for example, where somebody will say, hey, I'll give you 5 subs or I'll give you 10 bucks if you go ahead and use this specific weapon and try and get over 100 kills with pretty much almost any weapon. As you can see, he already has Damascus camo, so he's already gone through and did the full grind, and he is on this particular grind here where he's just trying to go for high kills. And he's going to take the opening rush that I normally like to take, and this is kind of one of those things that you're going to see other streamers that do this. He's changing up his perks or whatever, but a lot of streamers and a lot of top tier players are going to follow these similar strategies as their opening rush. So this is a very smart move. What you do is you push out and you try and get in the building by B if you're spawning on this side, and on the opposite side you either get in the yellow building or the building to the side by D, and what you're really trying to do is go for high kills. So that's really all you're going to see here is him going for high kills, but it's going to be executed very well, and you're going to see how he plays the map. If you're looking to go on a streak right off the bat, this is the building I would jump into. You can see he has a claymore and a monolithic suppressor, which pros aren't allowed to use in competitive matches. So obviously he's changing up his class setup, and this is going to be specifically for pubs. So right here, he sets down the claymore because he is playing by himself. Obviously he has a teammate, but he's playing by himself in the building. Someone throws a thermite up there, and then you're able to pick people off a spawn. And a lot of times you're able to rack up those kills very fast. And what ends up happening right here, you can see he's playing the building. There is a tank right there, so he's got to be very cautious with that. The tank just kind of went by, comes up, some guy kind of snuck through, missed him, he's able to take him out. And you can see he's kind of paying attention to these stairs, at least until a teammate spawns on him. Because one of the things you got to worry about is people could just run up that stairs, kind of take you out or whatever the case is, and you got to be aware of that. So that's kind of why he's kind of keeping the head on the swivel, at least until a building is taken over by his teammate. And what you're looking at right here is you can see he's gone on already a fast 8 streak or whatever the case. And what you're looking at on the screen here is at the top, you can see he has C, D, and E. That means most of the enemies are going to be spawning at B and kind of trying to run over to C. You can see that some of them are already trying to take D as well. So a hot spot on the spawns is going to be B. And that's why he's peeking out that window, because if you guys saw my guide on where the spawns are on each of the maps, you guys got a good idea that, hey, you know what? If they have B, they should be spawning in this little circle, and you can see them spawn directly in front of you. You pick up a ton of kills. And you're going to see how he kind of plays the match. He's kind of waiting it out. He calls in that VTOL, kind of clears the area. You can see that his teammates are still losing D. He knows someone's coming in based off the minimap. He sees someone out on the edge as well. So he's just got to kind of play patient and play smart. And that's what you're typically going to do, because if you're going for high kills, you have to get your kill streaks. Obviously, you can get all gun kills if you just run a UAV counter or whatever, UAV, personal radar, and advance, but you're not going to get high kills unless you're just calling in the top tier streaks. So in his case, this is what I would do as well. You run that VTOL, the chopper gunner, and you also run that gunship so you can get maximum kills. Because if someone's going to challenge you to get 100 kills in a match and they're going to give you 10 bucks, $15, whatever the case is, you're going to set yourself up for success. You're not going to put yourself in a deficit. So that's what you're looking at here. He's going for that kill challenge, and then as the guys are coming in, he's just posting up in the building, pre-aims, he gets that first one. Since he has a suppressor on, the guy doesn't even notice. They know he's in the building. They get a little bit aggressive, and now you can see all the enemies should be spawning toward A. Obviously, there's still a chunk of red over there by the D flag, which you can see is starting to get captured. But right here, you can see how he's kind of handling this position. He's just waiting for people. He can't run out in the open. He knows he's going on a long streak, and it's already a good streak right now. He's already on a 16 streak. He turns on that guy. That guy could have easily ended his streak. And then his teammates are starting to come in, back him up, and spawn on the building. And that's sometimes a double-edged sword, because you get someone to cover your back, one, but you also get more attention drawn to your area, because you can like lock down a building, get kills here and there, get on a quick 12-15 streak, and then all your teammates start spawning on you, picking off some of those kills. Maybe you're getting assists or missing out on kills, and then you're not able to rack up those kills quite the same. Right here, specifically what he's doing is he's watching this teammate and basically paying attention to what's going on here, because the teammate's not watching the stairs. He doesn't have another claymore to put down. So pretty much he's playing passive until he can get this next kill, or at least somebody comes up to maybe cover those stairs, because that's one of the things you're going to have to worry about. A lot of times I've gone into a building like this. There's like 5 people up top. Everyone's assuming people are watching the stairs, and then basically you're able to get a quick 4 or 5 piece, which I've shown off in some of my videos recently. So pretty much all he's doing is waiting, watching those stairs. You can see the teammate purposely spawned on him, and now they're watching that building. He goes in and takes those guys. You're going to see his aim is really good. That's one of the nice things about pro players. They typically play with the lower sense. I know someone commented on my video yesterday saying, oh, they couldn't hack it in pubs because they only play on like a 6 or a 5 sensitivity. Which is true. Most pro players only play on a 5 to a 7-ish sensitivity. Some are outliers, but for the most part, everyone's 5 to 7 with about a 0.9 or a 1.0 times multiplier on the ADS. A little bit aggro there, a little bit too much confidence, but as a pro player, these guys have tons of confidence. They ego challenge a ton of stuff. Usually they have a good idea of when to play passive and when to play aggressive based off what's going on around them. So right there, he's in a good spot. He's on a 28 really quickly, clears the guys. They're kind of funneling in, and a lot of times when you get on that 29, that's when basically everything goes wrong. The tank's coming in, there's guys upstairs. Luckily, the guys are jumping out the window, and he gets that fast tactical nuke. So the score right now is like 70 to 30 or something like that. So it's really low, and he has a ton of time to still get a ton of kills. He's just gonna play his life. Obviously, go for a longer streak. If he dies, no biggie. One of his teammates did call in that white phosphorus, and that could be very distracting. He ends up getting killed. There's another guy just kind of sitting up there, crouching in the corner or whatever the case, watching the stairs, and it kind of just worked out that way. So then he's gonna call in the gunship and the chopper gunner. I kind of chopped those out because there's not a lot of high IQ or technique involved there, so I pretty much just kind of skip over that as he's getting those various kills. Right now there's still white phosphorus in the air, and there's sometimes people will say, well, he's not playing the objective. Well, he's 100% going for kills, and in case you guys didn't know, sometimes when you kill people off an objective, that stops people from capturing the objective. So by being over aggressive on kills, sometimes you can just win the match by doing that, and you're gonna see that ends up panning out as the enemy team starts to get DEFCON, because so many streaks are coming in. That's stopping the enemy team from getting their streaks, and they're able to just play aggressive and push the objectives because everyone's kind of funneled into one area. So right now you can see that his team has B and C. There should be thin at D and E because those were recently captured, and then A obviously is where a lot of them should be, or at least the bulk of them pushing up to try and get B, because that's kind of where all of them were. What ends up happening a lot of times too is with Formal, since he's a really good player, he could use almost any weapon. You can see him go around with the Deagle, HDR, he'll just snipe, and he'll just use whatever, and he's good with whatever he's going to use, and you can see he doesn't miss a lot of shots. Normally, when competitive matches are going on, you're going to see that they use that GI mini reflex. Obviously, in a non-competitive match, he can use whatever class setup and it's still going to be good, but it's going to be geared towards pubs. You can see how many kills he's racking up. He is kind of in the open, but he's not at a huge risk here because he kind of cleared out that area, and odds are you're pretty good if you clear out the area. You got a good idea of where people are coming from, and the teammates are kind of shutting off the E and D spawn. As you can see right here, there's a little bit of coverage there. So you shouldn't really be getting anyone to spawn on this side. Most of the people should be starting to spawn on A. Like I've talked about with Ground War, kind of thins them out. Even if it's contested, you end up in a good spot to shut those people out, clear them off. Just got to jump on the objective or get in there where it says contested, and that'll stop spawns for either team until you capture it. So still racking up the kills. He already got another 10 streak really quickly. He's going to call in that chopper gunner. I skipped over that. He calls in the VTOL. And then this pretty much ends up being towards the end of the match because they're starting to get DEF CON. He ends up calling in the nuke. And pretty much that's how it goes. It's a pretty quick and easy match. Kind of see how he's playing the area. Doesn't miss shots. That's one of the things that separates pro players from just the average player, is they do not miss shots. Obviously they have a little bit lower sensitivity like we talked about, but they do not miss shots. That's one of the biggest things that separates pro players from pretty much everyone else. And then on top of that, they take that accuracy and they have a little bit higher level IQ, especially when they're playing competitive matches, whether that's the domination, hard point, or search and destroy. If you guys want to pick his brain, kind of see how he plays a little bit more, he plays tons of scrims, wager matches, and ground war. Feel free to go ahead and check out his stream. It again is linked in the description. So just a basic match for Formal. He does tons of these kill challenges. You can see he ended up with 130 kills. The next highest in the lobby had 31. So I'd say he did a pretty solid job there for the allotted time, and they still had a lot of time left if they did in DEF CON. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please let me know by hitting that like button. And if you're brand new to the channel or part of that 85% that hasn't yet subscribed, definitely consider subscribing with notifications on so you'll be able to find your way back to the channel. Appreciate all the support on the content. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.